There's no secret that the pistol market is flooded. There's no secret there's tons of variants for nearly every single manufacturer out there. However, what I want to discuss today is a comparison between the Canik TP9 Elite Combat and the Walther PDP Pro SD. The reason I chose these two pistols to compare is they are extremely similar. In fact, mostly because their trigger designs are nearly identical. So let's first start with some of the features that you get on your TP9 Elite Combat. With the TP9 Elite Combat, you have their very flat face trigger, which breaks just past 90 degrees, and it's flat faced. A little red marker on there as well for your shoe. Comes back, you got your take up, comes back, hits a wall, and there's no creep at the wall. The reset, we're talking it's like 1/8 of an inch. It's extremely short. It's by far the shortest reset on any striker fired pistol I've ever shot. Outside of that then, the Walther PDP Pro SD has a flat face trigger as well. Very, very similar, nearly no take up. It's very short, talking about 1/4 of an inch take up. Hits a wall, breaks crisp and clean with no creep at the wall. And then the reset, you're talking it's just a little bit longer than what you get on the Elite Combat. The overall pull weight, I'd say on the Walther is a touch heavier. However, when I say a touch heavier, we're talking about a max like 4 pounds on that trigger pull. This one here, we're talking like 3 pounds, 3.5. So very light trigger pull on there. However, I don't think it's so light that it's, let's say for a combat pistol, duty, whatever it might be, self-defense. I don't think it's so light you'd have any issues because of all this take up you have. So take up, defined wall, which is nice to have, and a break. And then outside of that, with the Canik, you do have ambi slide release or slide stop levers on here, slide serrations across the sides here. Mounting optics plate on here, not a big fan of because it completely deletes the rear sight, which sets it apart from what you get on the Walther and how it doesn't do that. It maintains the rear sights, the optics cut goes considerably lower into the pistol, and it actually co-witnesses then with the stock height sights, which it does take standard Glock sights, so it's very, very easy to change. If you're somebody that's not going to change the sights, I would definitely give the edge to the standard sights on the Canik. It has Warren tactical type sights with a red fiber optic front sight. They're very, very nice sights if you're not changing the red dot. However, if you are going to put a red dot in the pistol, hands down the Walther PDP optics mounting system and how it mounts is better. What else is better on the Walther, I would say, because I'd said partially give that edge on the trigger to the Canik, is that the slide serrations on the Walther are significantly better. In fact, the Walther probably has the nicest factory slide serrations you'll find on any defensive pistol on the market. They're deep, they're honed, they're aggressive, but they're nice for doing anything you need to do. If you're coming over the top, back in the pistol, in any manner, it's very, very easy to do. The ones that you get on your Canik, although they have, let's say, a good texture to them and they're somewhat deep, they're nothing like what you're going to get on the Walther. And when you get dirty, your hands get slippery, you're wearing gloves or anything like that, you could really appreciate how aggressive and how deep the serrations are on the Walther. And again, like I said, they're not so aggressive, they're going to eat you up. They'd be perfect in a holster. Let's say barrel design on both of these. The Canik does have a Salient Arms International barrel on there, so as you know, they make very, very good barrels. They make awesome products. I have no doubt that this is an accurate pistol. We've done a review on it. If you want to see that, check it out on the channel. But these are very, very accurate pistols, no doubt about it. The Walther, very, very accurate pistol. When I talk about accuracy with pistols, the average pistol shooter, in fact, the overwhelming majority of anybody that shoots pistol will not be able to shoot their pistol more accurately than the pistol is itself. We can bag these pistols, I can shoot groups with them that way, but when you're actually out there on the range, getting trigger pulls and holding the gun like you would normally be shooting it defensively, you will not be able to outshoot how accurate your pistol is. Usually if you can't, or you are, or let's say whatever it might be, there's usually a deficiency in your grip or trigger pull. But I digress. Outside of that, grip texture you're getting on the Walther PDP is better than what you get on the Canik. The Canik is not bad. It has a good grip texture. I don't feel like my grip's going to slip off of it. It's just that the Walther one is just that much better. Truthfully, it's aggressive. You get a very, very nice purchase on it. In addition to that, with the grip texture on the Walther, the backstrap system that comes on it, there's several different options, and the options that they come with are a little bit better than what you're going to get with the Canik. And I know that, you know, there are some upgrades that I'm talking about with the Walther. That doesn't mean that these are bad. It's just, it means the Walthers are just a little bit better. And for two pistols that are nearly the same price, sometimes I think you'd find the Canik a little bit cheaper than you would the Walther. The Walther has some things that the Canik just does not. Magwell size, the Walthers is a little bit larger. It does have 18 round magazines, and they interface very, very well with it. With that being said though, the Canex is still a good size. It's not oversized, okay, but with their, let's say, 15 round plus 3 one on there, it fits well. In addition to that, the 15 round mag also fits well in there too. The magazine release button, hands down, I think is better on the Canik. It's extended, it's enlarged. I don't have it like an issue like when I'm firing this pistol where I actually bump it because of the size, but there's absolutely no grip movement for me to hit that. I can actually hit it with a completely closed grip and there's no movement on my hands. Now the Walther, in some respect, for me to get that button, I do have to somewhat, let's say, break my grip a little bit. It's very, very minimal. In fact, it's nothing like I would have to do on like a 320 to hit that button. The button's nice, it's large, but again, like I said, the Canex mag release button is really nice and it's very, very easy to hit. I definitely enjoy it. In fact, on any Canik pistol I've shot, the magazine release button is hands down probably better than the majority of the ones on the market. Magazines wise, with the PDP Pro SD, you get 3 18 round magazines with this compact model size, and then with the Canik TP9 Elite Combat you get 2. So with the 2 magazines, one is a 15 plus 3 rounds, so it's an 18 round, and the other one is a 15 round magazine. So obviously I somewhat give the edge to the PDP. On paper I probably prefer shooting this pistol. However, this pistol was debuted in 2022. I searched nearly every single week in 2022 to find the Walther PDP Pro SD, and I never found it. Until 2 weeks ago, I was inside a local store, saw it sitting there, and I'm like, holy crap, it's a unicorn, and then I bought it, okay? Although the prices are similar, this pistol here, the Canik TP9 Elite Combat, is readily available. You can go in nearly any gun store that sells Canik pistols. In likelihood, you will find the TP9 Elite Combat in a store and also online. Again, the Walther is like a unicorn. If you see one of these in the store and you're on the fence, you should buy it because you likely will never see it again. Walther just, I don't know whether they can't keep up with the demand. They're not putting out enough of these pistols with all the parts that they come out with. So, you know, let's say availability wise, the Canik hands down beats the brakes off the Walther. Although the Walther has the edge in a lot of the features, you're highly unlikely you're going to find this pistol on the shelf at your local gun store. This one, however, you definitely will. So let's run out on the range, shoot the 2 of them and see how they fire. To start off, I want to shoot both these pistols side by side, one after another on the range, being the Canik TP9 Elite Combat and the Walther PDP Pro SD. Starting off with the Canik. Okay, that's the Canik. This would be the Walther PDP Pro SD. Just pumped 10 rounds through both of these pistols, the Pro SD and also the Canik TP9 Elite Combat. Both of them, recoil-wise, they're pretty much the same. I can tell you that the overall grip texture and everything like that makes the PDP feel a little bit better and feel a little bit more controllable. But however, the actual recoil impulse and how they recoil, they're nearly identical, which at the end of the day, when you think about it with these 2 pistols, bore axis height and everything like that, they're nearly identical. I just think that the grip texturing on the PDP Pro helps it out a little bit. I'm going to shoot another 10 rounds through it before I make the, let's say, judgments or claims about the triggers, but they are very similar. The pull weight on them feels nearly identical under, let's say, recoil and actual shots. However, there is a little bit of a difference with the Walther, which I'll talk about after we shoot these again. Canik Elite Combat. If you're going to carry one of these, you 100% need self-defense carry insurance. That's what we've chosen, Right to Bear Insurance. Get yourself covered, go with the link in the description, use the code HFS10 to save yourself a few bucks and be covered for any time crap hits the fan. With both of these pistols, they are both absolutely fantastic options on the market. If you want a threaded barrel, good triggers, good sights, optics mounting platform, magazines, everything under the sun, if you want good options, the TP9 Elite Combat and the Pro SD are fantastic. If you want me to choose one that essentially takes the edge over one or the other, the Walther PDP Pro, in my opinion, is a little bit better than the Canik. I think that's due to the optics mounting system they have on here, the overall grip texture, the fact that the trigger breaks at 90 degrees as opposed to past 90 degrees is nice, especially for precision shots. In addition to that, the slide serrations on it are very, very well done. This pistol itself is an excellent duty pistol. The Canik is an awesome pistol also. It has an awesome magazine release on there, good mag well, good barrel, good sights if you're not running the red dot per se. The red dot system could use a little bit of help. I think they're going to end up updating that over time. Good ambient controls and shoots well. The trigger itself is ultimately a little bit of a lighter pull than what you get on the Pro SD. However, the fact that this trigger breaks past that 90-degree mark on there is a little bit wonky when you're actually comparing the two of them, and can actually make you drop your shots to some extent because you almost have to go a little bit further than your finger ultimately wants to go. But again, guys, I stress it, they're both absolutely fantastic pistols. You couldn't go wrong with either one of these. However, if I'm picking one, the Pro SD is the one I would pick. Until next time, follow along with Hunt, Fish, Shoot.